Hey everybody, it's Matt Shu from Upright Health. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple exercise to help you strengthen the muscles of the back of the shoulder. This exercise can be a real lifesaver. In fact, one of my clients, Adam, is the former Chief Technology Officer of Facebook and the CEO of Quora.com. And he uses this exercise regularly to keep his shoulder and neck feeling good. When he first started training with me, he had pain in his neck and his shoulder and his wrists that were so bad that he was told he was going to need to get surgery to get rid of the pain. After regularly training the muscles of his shoulders, and especially using this exercise on a regular basis, he managed to get rid of the pain completely and knows how to keep it away. By the end of this video, you're going to know how to do the rear delt fly so that you can build strength in the back of your shoulders and have the comfort and confidence to run your own multi-billion-dollar internet company. When you first start doing the rear delt fly, use a light weight. I'm using a 5-pound dumbbell for this demonstration. When you start, don't use anything more than 5 pounds. That's 2 kilos for those of you in the rest of the world. You want to make sure it's a weight that's light enough that you feel the correct muscles firing and you don't feel strain in the actual shoulder. So some people may need to use no weight at all, or maybe just a water bottle or a can of soup or something. But you want to start light and then gradually build up. Once you've got your weight, you can put it on a bench or a chair, and you can put your other hand right on there too, so you're leaning into that, and you've got your feet making a tripod of support. You can keep your knees slightly bent. You don't want them locked, and you don't need to be in a deep squat, just a nice soft knee bend. You're going to take the weight in your hand, and you're going to bring it off of the bench. Notice also, I'm not curving my back. I'm not going into a really strong arch. I'm just keeping my spine in a neutral position. And I'm not going to let the weight drag me down like this. I need to keep the shoulder pulled back. So you notice the difference between a sagging shoulder blade and a secure shoulder blade. That's the position I want to be in. I have my shoulder blade pulled back here. Once it's there, I can bring the weight up and out to the side. So this is called a fly. It's a rear delt fly. You just want to bring it up to about parallel to the floor, so my arm is about parallel to the floor. You can, over time, go further as you gain more and more control, and if you don't feel like it hurts. So you're just coming out like that. Another thing you want to watch out for is the motion of the shoulder blade. So if I'm coming out to the side and this weight is too heavy, what will happen is I'll compensate and dump my shoulder. I'll come up and then I'll shrug, using muscles here to drag the shoulder up towards my ear. That's not a good position. It's not safe. It's not secure. So that's why it's really important that the weight is not too heavy. You want to be able to control it up and out to the side without feeling any pinching, jamming, or anything like that in the shoulder. There's 2 more things I want to mention about this exercise that you can do to play around with it. First is you can mess with hand position. So you can be leaned here and you can change the way you position the hand at the terminal position. So when I'm out to the side here, what I can do, instead of having the palm down, is actually position it so that my thumb is down, right? So now when I do the rear delt fly, I really feel a lot more rear delt, and for me, this hits my rhomboids. I can feel that a lot more intensely. Now I could also turn it so that the thumb is pointing out, and when I'm up at that top position, my thumb is pointing up towards the ceiling. That's also fair. That can feel more restricted because a lot of people find it's just difficult to get external rotation and then go that high. You can experiment. You may need to adjust the weight. The other thing you can play with is the height. It's not like the height of the bench is set in stone. It doesn't have to be exactly so many inches or so many centimeters from the floor. You can just put yourself on a higher surface and see how that feels. That's going to work different muscles in the back of the shoulder. As long as you're not compensating and shrugging up, it's not bad. It's just different, and different is fine. We want to experiment to try to hit different muscles from different angles all the time so that you gradually build competence in all kinds of range of motion. We generally have our clients do this exercise for 3 sets of 10 to 15. You can adjust based on your own competence and comfort level. That's going to do it for this video, guys. If you'd like more ideas on how to strengthen your shoulders, be sure to check out the description section for helpful links. I also want to send a big shout out to David Silva for his pledge on Patreon. He bumped up his monthly pledge to $10 a month. If you'd like to help us make all of our videos ad and commercial free on YouTube, please consider making a pledge on Patreon. And finally, let us know, what is the name of your future multi-billion-dollar internet company? Leave that in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, remember that pain sucks. Life shouldn't.